Hi guys, happy un momento, por favor. Happy Witchy Wednesday. I was like, what day is it? So, I was reading and I thought about talismans and talismanic magic and what you could do with it and just how powerful it actually is. So, I'm going to go over that today. Just a little bit, not too much. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. So this is low magic. It's considered low magic when you're making a talisman, and I don't know why. But this is from Modern Magic, which is still one of the best books out there ever. Your guys' books are in transit to me still, so it's just a matter of me getting them out. So don't worry, you'll get them, promise. Alright. What is going on here? My morning has been really screwed up by one man. So, alright, here we go. So before it's considered gray magic, low magic, gray magic, whatever. Yeah, I guess, yeah. I guess if you buy like say you go and you buy some designer shampoo, like Paul Mitchell, or, I don't know, Pravana, or Joico, and you find it at, say, CVS, that's gray. That's called the gray market, so now we have gray magic. The gray market's watered down, so I don't know, we're working with the earthly, vibrations. So very, very good. Very good. My vibrations with the earth and the plants have been amazing. They're growing great. So I'm very, very, very pleased with that. Alright, it says, before doing any gray magic, always do a divination, just to kind of see how it's going to turn out, if it's going to go bad, if it's going to flop, if it's not even going to work. Which, it should work. There we go. I don't feel so short. Hi guys. So always do some kind of divination beforehand. I don't even need, really, the cards. I don't need the board. I don't need the cards. It just kind of pops into my head, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's going to work, or it's not. Or I have somebody whispering in my ear. Her. Telling me, well, yeah, it's going to work. No, it's not going to work. You can do it this way. You can do it this way. See, I have a lot of people whispering in my ears lately. It's been crazy. It's been really crazy. Alright, so, okay, before doing any magic, class, I feel very old school. How do you send the email? Alright, now, before doing any gray magic, always do divination. So, use your cards, use the runes, scry, do what you gotta do. Get it done. So, it's good. It's good practice, too. I mean, even if it's a repeated card. I mean, I get them all the time, but they take on very different meanings. Especially today's card, the Fool. Yeah, that would be me. Total Fool today. Total Fool. Love does that to you, so it sucks. So anyways, alright. The next step in making a low magic talisman. I wouldn't say low, because you have the help of the fairy folk. They're very powerful, and all of the different spirits in the earth realm, right here with us. But then we do have the astral, piss poor nasties, yes. So, alright. We're going to be making a low magic talisman to find an appropriate object to use for the talisman. So, given just before the above correspondences for the 4 elements are different objects which can be used for making the talismans associated with the elements. So, however, any object may be used. So, you get to be creative a little bit, just a little bit. A rock painted red can represent fire. A necklace or a ring can also be used. So, you guys know your correspondences with the, like, earth, a little piece of wood, some dirt, a rock, like it just said, air, a feather, fire. What could you use? Fire. Ooh, a stone from a fireplace. that would actually work really well. Or a candle. So it could be a simple candle magic. Talismanic candle magic. Talisman. That didn't make much sense. It did to me in my head, so that's okay. Alright. So, put a coin in your refrigerator for an hour. Take it out with your left hand. Now put it in your right hand. So you will find, of course, that the coin has gotten warmer than it was when you removed it from the refrigerator. Of course it does. So the coin has been infused with energy in the form of heat. This is really a really good analogy of understanding energy work. So likewise, virtually anything in this world has been infused with various types and quantities of psychic energies. So it's really good to know. So perhaps you have gone on a vacation and been in an utterly magnificent hotel room, yet that room may have felt cold and just dirty and just dark and not good. And uncomfortable compared to your far less luxurious home. This is because your psychic energies have not infused the room, as they have your home. So, there we go. That's why we cleanse. So, this is why, even if your home is a dump, crawling with bugs, it can still feel like your home. Of course. I mean, yes, I would totally agree, but thank God, or thank the gods that my house is not crawling with bugs or a dump. So, you would have to live in a place for days, weeks, or even months before the new house or apartment becomes your home. Alright, now I totally understand how you make a house a home. That makes perfect sense. The love. So like a mother cooking for you. When I cook for myself, my food tastes awful. It's because I'm like, hurry up, I just want to eat and get it over with. But if my mom, if she cooks for me, it tastes 1,000 times better, and it makes you just feel happier. I mean, everybody has experienced this before. So it's the mom putting her love into her cooking, into whatever she's doing for you. That's why this works. Wow. So yeah, I could go on for a lot of hours on that. So, alright, so where did I go? Okay, so okay, so yeah, blah blah blah. Where did I go? Okay, so even small objects pick up psychic charges from their environment. So, therefore, before using any object as a talisman, it must first be purified, cleansed, or any known or unknown charge of psychic energy. So this is very easy to do. Hold the object to be used as a talisman under running water. For this purpose, you can use water coming out of a faucet, sink faucet, or a garden hose, or more traditionally, a stream. Very good. Do it as a stream. Very good. So hold it about there for about 3 minutes while you visualize all the energy within the object is flowing out with the water down the drain. So do not use the waves of the ocean for this purpose, as the waves, they come back. So it's going to be coming back. It's the ebb and the flow. So, and would return to the object, you have chosen the energies you wish to cleanse. So it would just be a repeat. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. So, if the object will not last well under flowing water, bury it in the ground for at least a half an hour, preferably overnight. So, our Mother Earth has a natural ability to ground out energies. That's why we stick our feet in the ground, which are unwanted. So we now have an object painted an appropriate color, if you so desire, which has been purified and it's ready to be charged. So, yeah, so getting rid of all that psychic energy is very good. You can do that with sage too. Sage does that for the house. It clears out a little bit of debris, but the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram is a lot more effective for doing that. So, a lot more effective. Alright, so where did I go? So, okay, so the ancient pagans were too busy working in the day to do magic during the sunlit hours. So, holidays must be celebrated during the day, but grey magic was not usually done on festivals, so thus it has become traditional to do low magic at night. So this would be perfect at night, on a rainy day. I mean, You can still do it during the day. It's not going to hurt anything. Alright, so the best sites to do low magic are, first, outside with a clear view of the moon. And with the weather we're having, it's just, 1 minute it's sunny and nice, and then the next it's completely raining. It's a deluge, so it's crazy. Alright, so second, outside without a view of the moon. Third, inside with a view of the moon. Fourth, inside without a view of the moon. So those are probably the best places that you could do it. Alright, so the moon representing the goddess Selene, aspect of divinity, was also seen to be a key force in magic of all kinds. So the phases of the moon were actually guides as to what your magic could do. So we already know this, but it's very good to brush up on this. So during the waxing moon, the period from the first sight of the new moon and to the full moon, magic should be done to draw things to you. So therefore talismans should be made during the period of the growing moon. So the strength of the moon will be at its height at the moment of the full moon. So amulets should be made for the day after the full moon, until the moon is no longer visible. So this phase is known as the waning moon, and it reaches its strength during the dark of the moon. So that is when the moon is not visible, and it's good to banish stuff. So we are in the waxing. Well, yeah, waxing, because it's getting ready to get full again, I think. I'm not sure. So, if someone is ill and you wish to make a talisman to aid the person, you may make a talisman for health during the waxing of the moon. So if the moon is waning, you can make an amulet to cause the disease to leave. So waning, as would be going away, waxing is coming. It sounded very different. Alright, so, determine the phase of the moon and plan whether to make a talisman or an amulet accordingly. This is ceremonial magic, so you can actually do it without any of this ritual structure. But if you're going to do it this way, if you're doing it ceremonial. Excuse me. So if you are not familiar with astronomy or astrology, I have found so much amazing stuff studying astrology and the stars and the constellations, and actually, getting to do the monthly astro readings for you guys. It's just empowered the tarot and spell work that much more, so much more. So where did I go? Oh, okay, so even if you do not have an astrological calendar, get an app. Get the app. Something. Which clearly tells you the phase. It does tell you, yes, there are certain apps that do tell you the exact phase and everything of the moon. So although you should probably obtain one of these useful tools, there is an easy source for this information: your daily newspaper. Did you guys know that? I didn't. I might have, but I forgot. Now I know. So, there is an easy source for this yes, your daily newspaper. Usually near either the weather section or near the sports fishing section. You will find some rather silly looking drawings of the man and the moon. These will tell the dates of the full moon, new, and quarter moons. With this information, it becomes easy to determine the phase of the moon. So most pagans, both past and present, do not like the morals and ideals of others foisted upon them. So, as a sign of their independence and freedom, many practitioners of low magic prefer to work sky-clad, that is, wearing only the sky nude. I wish. That'd be awesome. So while this does cut down on clothing bills and cleaning expenses, obviously, where'd I go? It can also cause a problem for those who wish to work outside in their backyard, yes, due to prying neighbors. So if you can't work sky-clad, or you feel strange or just, inhibited working without clothes, then by all means do wear your special magical clothes or robe. I have a robe that I wear for all my magic. So set up a small altar. You can use the table, chair, tree stump. I actually have an old tree stump in my closet that I used to use, or a flat rock, but orient it so that when behind it you will be facing north, not east. So yeah, that'd be perfect for my altar because it's catty-cornered in a way. So, on the altar, have the object you wish to use as a talisman, plus candles appropriate of the appropriate colors, and incense if you like. So, you are now ready to begin the ritual in which we'll charge the talisman and make it a powerful magical tool. So, alright, before going on, did you remember to do divination first? No? Do it now. Remember to word the question of your divination in the form of, what will be the outcome of making a talisman amulet for the purpose of blank? So, the following ritual is far more mental than verbal. In fact, this ritual, there is little to say but many things to do. So, alright, step 1. First, you should purify yourself and your area. Visualize a brilliant white, some say violet, I always see a violet light, coming down from the ends of the universe, going through the top of your head and down through your feet into the earth. So as it does so, realize that this pure light is taking with it all problems and impurities which have been within you and on your mind, either consciously or unconsciously. So, next, visualize a bright white light forming a ring above your now purified self at chest height. Now see in your mind's eye the expansion of this light of pure white brilliance, so that it forms a circle around you, 3, 5, 7, or 9 feet in diameter. So, odd numbers. Alright, so the size depends on the space that you have available. So, a lot of us don't have a lot of space. Fortunately, I have more than enough space. So, finally, this circle, I can't even talk today. Finally, this circle should expand above and below you, so that you are surrounded above and below, behind, and to the front with the white light. So you should be in the center of a brilliant sphere of white light, just like in the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram. So, if you prefer more ritualism, you may mix the words in the above paragraph with the following. So, if ritualism is not that important to you, you may ignore the following 4 paragraphs. Alright, so, I like ritualism. I think it's nice. It just feels good. So, alright, you will need a stick of incense and a small bowl of salt and another small bowl of water. Light the incense and hold it in front of you. Remember, you should be facing north, and you're going to say, "Behold, this is the union of fire and air." Now, next, put 3 pinches of salt into the water, or use the tip of your magical blade to pick up, and pour 3 measures of salt into the water. Hold up the mixture and say, "Behold, this is the union of water and earth." So, now move to the north side of the circle with the stick of incense. Hold the incense in front of you and say, "I purify the north with fire and air." Now you're going to walk clockwise to the east. Hold out the incense and say, "I purify the east with fire and air." So continue in a similar manner at the south and west. Complete the circle by returning to the north. Now you're going to go back to your altar. Replace the incense and pick up the mixed water and salt. So you're going to go to the north portion of your circle. Dip your fingers, probably the 2, in the salt and water solution, and sprinkle it toward the north 3 times, saying, "I purify the north with water and earth." So continue sprinkling as you move to the east. So stop here and sprinkle 3 times as you say, "I purify the east with water and earth." So you're going to want to continue in a like manner to the south and the west. So complete the circle by returning briefly to the north, then return to your altar. So it's not as complicated as it sounds. It's really not. Alright, so now repeat this entire cleansing and sprinkling process, except instead of using words purify, use the word sanctify. Hence, "I sanctify the north with air and with fire and air," etc. So you're just basically grounding, your circle, making sure everything is there and it's staying. So, Alright, so again, you may mix the two methods of purifying yourself and the area, or use either the mental or ritual procedures, so you do not have to use both. You can if you want to, I mean, that's not really a bad thing. So, let's see. As an aside, some self-professed pagans who abhor anything which hints at ritual magic or Kabbalah clear their area with the LBRP, the Lesser Banishing Ritual of the Pentagram. So, while there is nothing wrong with this practice, it is certainly not part of any ancient Wiccan system. Note: those who practice magic should be open to all possibilities. People who use Kabbalistic methods, while decrying Kabbalism, should seek out the motive for their hypocrisy. So step 2. After purifying and clearing your circle, the next step is to grab the moon. So here, what you must do is take the essence of the magical nature of the moon, the goddess aspect of divinity, into your hands and place that nature into the talisman. So, at the same time, you must charge the nature of the moon with the purpose of the talisman. So, to grab the moon, we use the gesture known as the triangle of manifestation with your hands. So, wait a minute, which it was described earlier in this course. So, to refresh your memory, this action is made by holding both hands flat with the thumbs extended at 60 degrees from the fingers. Place the tips of the thumbs together. And tips of the fingers of each hand together. This will form a triangle, so see the thumbs at the baseline and the first fingers forming the sides. So, you're going to do this. Literally. Only it's going to be going down. So you're going to bring that down into whatever talisman is on your altar. And I mean, you can do that for anything. I mean, candle magic. I think I did it for the reversible candles that I did for a little bit of candle magic I did. Video, something like that. A lot. I do too many videos. Alright, so now hold up this triangle of manifestation so that you can see the moon surrounded by the triangle. So if you are in a place where you cannot see the moon, visualize it within the triangle. Always visualize it. If you see it, visualize it too. It's just more power. So in a short time there will seem to be two moons. The real or visualized moon will have a second moon next to it. It will appear slightly to the side or out of phase with the original moon. So the second moon is the essence of the moon's magical power. Pretty neat, like double vision. So it is possible that you may not be able to see the second moon, but knowing that it is there will suffice. So, good? Got it? Okay. Step 3. Now you must do two things at once. While concentrating on that second moon, slowly bring your hands down toward the object you are using for the talisman. Try to keep the second moon's image within the triangle, or just know that it's there. And in your mind, repeat over and over mentally a single word or short phrase which best represents the purpose of your talisman. So an example, the word health could be used to represent, I wish to get over this cold and regain my health. Actually, I would omit cold and just say health, because you are just literally bringing in more, you're going to be stuck in the process of trying to get over a cold. So, limit any phrase to no more than 4 words. So, yeah, don't go overboard. Just keep it very simple. So as you do these things, bring your hands over, then down around the talisman. So the goal is to surround the talisman with the triangle formed by your hands, the energy of the moon impregnated by your will for the purpose of the talisman is now joining with the object. So, in a few seconds, you should experience a new sensation. Some people describe it as a sudden lightness in the hands. Others describe it as a rush of energy or a snapping sensation in the hands. I always get a hot, warm sensation in the hands, always. Everyone experiences this sensation somewhat differently. Yeah. So, this person says, I can't give an exact description. However, as soon as you experience this change, clap your hands or snap your fingers as you separate your hands and say, it is done. So you're literally closing off the chakras in your hand. You're clearing off. Because if you just keep that, I mean, you can create other things that you might not want. So be careful. So, what has happened here is that the energies of the moon mixed with your will have moved into the object, empowering your talisman, and it's now charged and operative. So, step 4, to finish the ritual. In your own words, thank the powers of the universe who have aided you in this ritual, and bid them to depart to their homes and habitations. So, I don't, if you're working with higher energies, just say thank you. I don't know if I would really want to say, like, I release you, go. That's kind of rude. In traditional witchcraft, it's very different. We do a compass, not a circle, and all energies that are beneficial can stay. Any energies that, want to screw up your ritual or do anything negative to you or your family, anybody else, that's when the whole "you're not welcome" comes in. So when you have achieved the goal of the talisman, the object needs to be discharged of any remaining energy. So this can be done by holding it under running water or burying it as before. It can be then reused as a talisman for another purpose. If possible, destroy the object by burning it to ash and getting rid of the ash in the air by throwing it or into water, or just put it in running water or bury it where it will not be found. Lots of good tips. Alright, so you may charge several talismans for the same purpose at one time. However, there's always a however. It is not a good idea to try to energize several talismans for different purposes at the same time, or even during the same ritual. Focus on one thing at a time. Don't overload your mind. Because it's just going to screw it all up. So keep it simple, and your magic will work. So, when using a talisman, it's a good idea to keep it on you or near you. I keep mine on me. I wear them, or I keep them in my pockets. They could be piercings. They could be simple piercings that people don't see. They could be just a simple necklace. Literally anything simple. A ring. So, where did it go? Okay, so if you're making it for somebody else, though, the talisman, tell him or her to keep the talisman on or near their body. Of course, you should ask the person, ask their permission first before making the talisman or giving it to him or her. Do not, however, tell the person the intricacies of the ritual and the construction of the talisman. Just tell the person to whom you give the talisman to destroy the object or return it to you once the talisman has achieved its purpose. So, alright, now it goes on to a little more on the subconscious mind, about, the saying, thinking about that phrase, I am getting over the cold. I'm getting over the cold. Now, the universe and the subconscious do not understand knots and, not and, that. So whatever you think about and speak about is what you get, and it comes about. So very, very obvious. Actually read the Hermetic Principles. What? I don't know what that book's called. It's packed. But it just describes everything, the laws of nature, everything, and it makes so much sense. It's crazy. I need to reread that book. Alright, now on to more of the subconscious. So, alright, the subconscious mind does not think in negatives. So, don't make a talisman to stop smoking. Don't do it. Rather make one to be free of smoking. So there's all kinds of different ways. You may wish to put a time limit on your talisman. So, in your charging, have it planned to achieve its goal in 1 week, or 1 month, or by a certain date. Even if you do not achieve the goal by that date, be sure to purify or destroy the talisman at that time. Then wait 2 more weeks to see if a result is forthcoming. So if not, analyze what you might have done wrong and start over. So, alright. Chemicals, under the same conditions, always react with each other in the same way. If they do not, the mistake was made by the experimenter. So think about like your baking soda and vinegar. Think about those analogies. Think about putting a penny, a copper penny that has erosion on it and dirt and grime in Coca-Cola. So, where'd I go? So if they do not, yes, it's our mistake. Likewise, magic always works. If not, you have made some error. Same thing with the Ouija. So it is interesting to note that while scientists will readily accept the statement regarding chemicals, they will attempt to refute the similar statement regarding magic. It's science. It's earth science. So, in this case, logic is on our side, not theirs. So once you have charged your talisman, don't think about it. You can think about it. Just don't overthink it. So your subconscious plays an important part in the magical process. So constantly bringing the aspect of the mind which connects us to the astral plane down to the physical world will lower the effectiveness of your magical work. Go back and reread the section on creative visualization. So you always have to be confident that your talisman is charged and it will be effective. So if you wish, you may recharge a talisman once a month without purifying the object, if you are charging it for the exact same purpose and goal. So a small or large statue or object d'art is a wonderful protective amulet, technically called a guardian. So we all know what those are. So for a house or apartment, it should be charged at least every 6 months, once every 6 months. Although monthly would be better. Keep it by the door. If you have several entryways into your home, use several smaller statues or even colorful rocks overlooking each entry. So it's pretty easy and basic magic. So that is how you do a talisman. And you can do it for anything. I mean anything. So, what are you guys going to create? Let's see when the full moon is. Let's actually see when the full moon is going to happen. So, alright, Kimberly, yesterday, oh my god, that reading, the tarot, or not the tarot reading, but the Ouija session was just heavy. It was really heavy. He seemed very confused, so I'm going to have to have my grandma kind of be the mediator between me and him, so she can actually interpret what he's trying to say better. It just, I don't know. I don't know why that happened. It was a very difficult time to, it was just purely difficult to do that session, just knowing the circumstances. So, we will redo that, definitely. Where'd my full moon go? There it is. Okay, we have 10 days until the new moon. So it's waxing crescent, and then we have 25 days till the new moon. So, alright, the new moon is just getting over with. 16.2% waxing crescent. So, and we're in Cancer right now. Stupid pops. Pop-ups, pops. So, okay, it's in Cancer until May 10th. What is today? The 8th. So, at 8:59 a.m. So, you are nurturing, sensitive, emotional. Next, it'll go into Leo. So, fiery, very fiery energy. So, that's good. We have 10 days until the new moon, or the full moon, which is very good. So, that excites me. That makes me very happy. And then, the whole Lorraine Warren thing, I had my doubts. About her, but after that Ouija session, it kind of changed. It really did kind of change. I feel bad. I feel very bad for the things that I've said about her being a fraud. I had to watch that session myself too, And like she said that they were human. They were only human, which I totally agree with. Alright. Let's see. Coffee talk. Alright. Oh, hi my darling. Oh, hi my Kimberly. Okay, thank you, right? I am sick to my stomach still. I'm not sure who Angela is. I don't know. They get confused. I know that. He could have been confused. He could have been very confused. So maybe next time he will give us a last name, I hope. I'm not sure what he meant by the backward thing from Thursday. What I considered that to be was tracing, going backwards, tracing what they've already, the grounds that they've covered already, kind of going back and, retracing those same steps. Kind of what I got. I'm still trying to hear the code for his phone. That was very difficult. I have no clue. It was very, very, very different. So I'm confused on the numbers. I don't know. Maybe it was I froze. Maybe it was a numerical value. Maybe we have to add them and subtract and then bring them into one number. It's confusing to me too. It was very confusing. When I do it, I'm going to probably do this Friday. I will do another session Friday. I'm still recovering from that. I'm like drained and but it was so worth it. So I'm confused. I am too. My God. I'm wondering if the stone was a house or a building. It was a good session. It was helpful. I hope. I have more questions though. I have a lot more questions than I did before. So I think I'm going to do another tarot reading as well and see if I get anything else, because it seems like the tarot cards and me are just clicking like big time today, or lately. So hopefully I'm praying to the gods, to goddesses, that we do find out more. So I won't, stop until you tell me to. I'm just that way. I'm a Virgo. I'm the OCD, analytical Virgo. I want to find out. Alright. Something Taylor. Hello. I don't want to butcher your first name. Where do you buy your shungite? shungitestore.com. SHUNGIT/store.com. All caps. That's where I get my shungite. Okay, Netheria Fade. Hi, my darling. Books are coming. Heart. Aw, heart back. Oh, Netheria Fade. I know. Tarot reading with Mr. Brody. Oh, Mr. Ouija and Brody. I know. Oh. Okay. Madame Sophia. Hi, my love. How are you? I have seen all of the Conjuring movies and was always fascinated with Lorraine Warren. She's fascinating. She really is. I wonder, did they write books or anything? Or did they publish any kind of books? Or anything? I wonder what's going to happen to, like, that museum. I hope it stays intact. Alright, Jane M. Thank you. Well, what'd I do? You're welcome. Oh, Sagittarius General Reading. You're welcome. No problem. Alright, Jen Zach. Hi, my love. How are you? I'm so sad I missed the live. Okay, this was a great video. Ryan Ganny, thank you. Okay, Ryan, can you do me a big favor? Yes. Look at the video on my channel. I know it's short. I cut the shit out of it. I do that too. Well, not on here because I don't know how, but like on the iPad, everything gets cut off short when I try to send it to somebody. Alright, it looks like a fairy flying. The kitten was following it all around my bedroom. Really, really appreciate it, babe. Ooh. Ooh. I gotta see this. I want to see this. I like it. Alright. Definitely. Bill O'Reilly. Or just Bill O'Reilly. Okay, it's about fucking time someone did a video on this. I was young and now I'm old. And have read it all. Wow, my god, there's nothing new. And this by far is the very best instruction, definition, and technique you will ever learn. Have a copy of this book and have read this literally a dozen times. Good for you, thank you. Oh, modern magic. Yeah. True meditation. I know, a lot of people don't understand what true meditation is. And it is profoundly pure bliss. Pure nothing. And it's a wonderful feeling. It's wonderful. Alright, Lady Witch. Hi, love. I love this. Believe her stories or not, she was an incredible woman. I met her back in the early 90s. Ooh, I want to meet her. Damn it. And absolutely fell in love with her kindness. She knew what I am and accepted it without judgment. I would hope so. All she was to be careful because things are never exactly as they appear. Yes, I agree. Here it is 20 plus years later and I find out constantly she was right. Very, very, very true. Very true. So, alright, Shara Harris, 2009. Hi Ryan, just saying hi to my favorite YouTuber and love your work. Keep it up, good session. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to talk to her more. I do. I really want to talk to her more. Alright, Snooky. Hi. Beautiful session. Thank you. It was a very different session. It was a very different session. Alright, what is this? What is going on here? Alright, comical bubble. Being familiar with this part of the world, I spend many weeks every year in the Gifford Pinchot, just a few miles from where Austin disappeared. I discount this as soon as she says he ate poison plants and shrubs. He disappeared weeks from peak huckleberry season. There are no plants in those woods. He could have ingested no berries. Oh, really? Really? Okay. Take your word for it. That would have been caused his, what this proclaims, there would have been blueberries and huckleberries, cranberries at that altitude. I wanted to believe this very much, but the premise he ate something poisonous makes it hard to believe. Anyone else familiar with the area knows something I do not regarding local flora? I don't, mean to be a dick, but don't fucking dissect my sessions. That's over and done with. So, kindly just piss off. Springtrap, how are you? How are you? I had to listen to Mom's reading. If I recall, your birthday is the 8th or the 11th? The 12th. The 12th. Aww. I miss you. I hope you're okay. I hope you're doing well. Alright. Springtrap. Pisces is my star sign. Just finished my mock exam, so I'm hoping for good results. You'll do fine. Hey Ryan, long time no comment. I still watch you. I love you. I love you to death. Aw, my darling. Wow, my battery is low. Alright guys. Well, I hope you guys can find some good information from that for creating a talisman. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna do my own talisman. So, alright guys, happy Witchy Wednesday. I will see you guys possibly tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure. So, I love you all very much. All the way from Venus. All the way back down. Wow. Alright guys, I love you all, and I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. So, everybody be safe and enjoy this nice weather.